Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will solve few interesting questions of data sufficiency that have been asked in UPSC CSAT in past years. So if you look at the question, the first question is two statements S1 and S2 are given below, followed by a question. S1, n is a prime number. S2, it leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4. So again, we have been given two statements. And what is the question? The question is, if it is a unique natural number between 10 and 20, then what is n? So basically, you have to answer that. Can you find the value of n? And if you can find the value of n, how can you find the value of n? Right? So let us look at this line first. If it is a unique natural number between 10 and 20, then what is n, right? Between 10 and 20. So what are the possible values of n? The possible values of n are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. If you look at only this line, if it is a unique natural number between 10 and 20, then what is n? So the possible values of n are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Now we will look at both statements separately. Now look at statement 1. Statement 1 says that n is a prime number. So now tell me, what are the prime numbers in this list? If n is a prime number, so what can be n? N can be 11, 13, 17 and 19. N can be 11, 13, 17 and 19. Are you able to find the distinct value for n? No, you are not able to find the distinct value of n by using statement 1. You are still getting 4 possible values of n, right? Now look at statement 2. Statement 2 says that, so what does it mean? If you didn't find the value of n by using statement 1 alone, it means what? It means that statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the questions, right? Now look at statement 2. Statement 2 says that it leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4, right? It leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 4. So again, you will have to look at this list and you have to find the numbers, that which of these numbers, if you divide that number by n, you get remainder 1. So basically, if you divide 13 by 4, you will get remainder 1. Similarly, if you divide 17 by 4, if you divide 17 by 4, you will get remainder 1, right? So again, if you use the statement 2 to find the value of n, you are getting two values for n, 13 and 17. So now tell me, are you able to find the single value for n using statement 2 alone? No, you are not able to, right? So obviously, statement 2 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Now what we will do? We will combine both statements. We will combine statement 1 and statement 2. And if you combine both statements, what you will get? You will find that 13 and 17 is present in both lists. So 13 and 17 is present in both lists. So what are the possible values for n? 13 and 17. Now tell me, are you able to find the single value for n? No, you are not able to find the single value of n, right? See, 13 and 17 satisfy both statements, right? 13 and 17 satisfy both statements, but still you are not able to fix the one value for n. What does it mean? It means that you can't answer this question even by using both statements. So basically, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is S1 and S2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Why? Because we are unable to fix the one value for n. So the correct answer is option 4, S1 and S2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Okay, hopefully you don't have any kind of doubt related to this question. Let us solve another question. Now look at this question. Again, we have been given two statements, right? And what is the question? The question is, are there more than 100 figures in that book? So if the question is, are there more than 100 figures in that book? So basically how one can answer? One will say yes, there are more than 100 figures in that book, and someone will say that no, there are not more than 100 figures in that book, right? But to answer this question, obviously you will have to use a statement 1 alone, then a statement 2 alone, and suppose if you are not able to find the answer even by using both statements alone, then you will combine the statements, then you will check further. Now look at statement 1. Statement 1 says that there are not more than 2 figures. There are not more than 2 figures on any page of a 51 page book. Now read this part carefully. Not more than 2 figures. So what can be the number, what can be the possible number of figures on this 51 page book? See, it has been given that there are not more than 2 figures on any page of a 51 page book. So basically the page can have 0 number of figures, 1 figure on each page, and 2 figure on each page, right? Not more than 2. So we are not thinking about having 3 figures on a page, having 4 figures on a page, right? So the possible number of figures on each page is 0, 1 or 2, right? Now tell me, what can be the minimum possible number, what can be the total minimum possible number of figures on the book? Suppose if each page of this 51 page book has 0 figure, so basically 51 into 0, in that case the book will have 0 figure, right? So basically when each page has one figure, on this 51 page book, in that case what will be the total number of figures in that book? 51, right? Now if each page has 2 figures, on each page, right? So basically in that case what will be the total number of figures? The total number of figures in that 51 page book will be equal to 102. So now can you notice one thing, that in one scenario the book has 0 figure, in another scenario the book has 51 figure, in another scenario the book has 102 figure. So if you look at statement 1, the book can have from 0 figures to 102 figures. So are you able to answer that are there more than 100 figures in that book? No. In one case you will say no, there are not more than 100 figures in the book. In this case you will say no, there are not more than 100 figures in the book. But in this case you will have to answer that yes, there are more than 100 figures in the book, right? So basically you can't answer this question by using a statement 1 alone, right? So we will have to eliminate option 2. Statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question, right? Now look at statement 2. Statement 2 says that there is at least one figure on every page. If there is at least one figure on every page, so obviously we will have to see if there is at least one figure on every page. So if the book is of 51 page wood, suppose if the book is of 51 page wood, or even if the book has, if every page has at least one figure, so each page can have each page can have one figure, 2 figures, 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, right? So even in that case you will not be able to answer that are there more than 100 figures in that book. You will not be able to answer. So basically you can't answer this question by using a statement 2 alone. Now if you combine both statements, right, you have checked that can we answer this question by using a statement 1 alone, by using a statement 2 alone. So let us combine both statements. If you combine both statements, you will find that there is 51 page book, right? Then you will find that statement 1 says that each page can have not more than 2 feeders. So each page can have 0, 1 or 2 feeders on each page. And if you look at statement 2 says that there is at least 1 feeder on every page. So obviously you will eliminate these chances that the page can have 0 feeder. So basically what did you get? If you combine both statements, you will we will see that the page can have either one feeder on the book on each page, either one feeder on each page, or each page can have 2 feeders, right? So basically the each page of book can have one feeder, or the each page of book can have 2 feeders if you combine both statements. And the book has 51 page. The book has 51 pages. So basically if each page has one feeder, in that case book will have 51 feeders. And if each page has 2 feeders, in that case the book will have maximum 102 feeders. You still don't answer. See, how do we answer the questions related to data sufficiency? You should get only one answer. See, if you say that there is 51 feeders in the book, in that case you will say that no, there is not more than 100 feeders in that book. But in one case there is 102 feeders in book, right? In that case you will say that yes, there are more than 100 figures in the book. So in this case you will answer yes, in this case you will answer no. If someone asks you this question and you have combined both statements, so basically you are unable to answer, your answer is changed, your answer is different in each case. So what does it mean? It means that statement 1 and statement 2 together are not sufficient to answer the question, right? Your answer is getting changed. In one case you are saying that no, there are not more than 100 figures in that book. In one case you are saying that there are more than 100 figures in the book. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is S1 and S2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Now let us solve another interesting data sufficiency question. The question says for 5 children with ages A, B, C, D, E, right? Any 2 successive ages differ by 2 years. So what does it mean? It means that A, B, C, D and E. And we know that B is greater than A, C is greater than B, D is greater than C and E is greater than D. Look at this part. Any 2 successive ages differ by 2 years. So if this value is A, so B equal to A plus 2. The gap is of 2 years, right? C is A plus 2 plus 2. So basically C is what? C is A plus 4. D is C plus 2. So D is basically what? A plus 6. E is D plus 2. So basically E is A plus 8. And obviously we have assumed that A is A, right? So now we have expressed B, C, D and E in the terms of A. And how we are able to express? We have just used this part. Any 2 successive ages differ by 2 years. So basically B is 2 more than A, C is 2 more than B, D is 2 more than C and E is 2 more than D. Now we will look at the question. The question is, what is the age of the youngest child? So basically you have to answer that can you find the age of the youngest child by using statement 1 alone or by using statement 2 alone. And suppose if you are not able to answer, can you are you able to answer by combining both statements, right? So basically look at statement 1 first. Statement 1 says that the age of the eldest is 3 times the youngest, right? Read this line carefully. The age of the eldest is 3 times the youngest. So basically E is the eldest, E is the eldest and A is the youngest, right? Now look at this point. A plus 8 is the eldest and A is the youngest and eldest is 3 times the youngest. So basically A plus 8 is equal to 3 into A. So now can we find the value of A? Yes, we can find the value of A. Simple. A plus 8 equal to 3A. if you solve it, 3a minus a, that is equal to 8, 2a equal to 8, right? So a equal to 8 by 2, that is equal to 4. So basically the value of, and if you have find the value of a that is equal to 4, you have to recall that what is a. A is the age of, youngest one. A is the age of youngest one. So you are able to answer this question by using statement 1 alone, right? You are able to answer this question by using statement 1 alone. But don't mark any option in rush. You will also have to check about statement 2. Statement 2 says that the average age of the children is 8 years. The average age of the children is 8 years. So basically, see, these are the ages of 5 children: a plus 2, a plus 4, a plus 6, and a plus 8, right? So basically, add all the ages: a plus 2, plus a plus 4, plus a plus 6, plus a plus 8. How many children? 5 children. So divide by 5, and that is equal to what? That is equal to 8. So basically, we have found an equation in A, and this equation is in A. So what does it mean? It means that we can find the value of A easily. And if you can find the value of A easily, what is A? A is the youngest, A is the age of the youngest one, right? So basically, you are able to answer what is the age of the youngest child even by using statement 2 alone. Let us solve it completely. See, there are 5a. So basically, 5a, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 is 12, plus 8 is 20, 5a plus 20, cross multiplication. So 5 into 8 is equal to 40. So 5a equal to 40 minus 20, that is equal to 20. So a equal to 20 by 5, that is equal to 4. And what is the value of a? A is the age of youngest one. A is the age of youngest one. So what does it mean? It means that you are able to answer the age of the youngest child by using statement 2 alone. So you can mark which option? Option B. The question can be answered by using either statement alone. So I will suggest you one thing. Whenever you read any question, whatever is given, if any data has been given in the question, initially use that data to find something, right? See, it was given that any two successive ages differ by 2 years. So we expressed B, C, D, and E in terms of A, right? And it has helped us a lot to think quickly. Suppose if you have solved a number of questions related to data sufficiency, will you really find the exact value? No. Once you write these values in A, you will look at this question, you will write this equation, and you will know that, okay, I can find the value of A by using a statement 1 alone, and A is the age of youngest one. So basically what? We can answer this question by using a statement 1 alone. Then you will come to a statement 2, and you will be able to imagine this thing in your mind, and you should be able to think that, okay, I can find the value of A by solving this equation. And if I can find the value of A by using this equation, we don't need to find the exact value of A. Means we can answer this question by using a statement 1 alone, by using a statement 2 alone. So the correct answer is, the question can be answered by using either a statement alone. Now let us solve an easier data sufficiency question. The question says 3 statements S1, S2 and S3 are given below, followed by a question. Where is our question? Who among A, B, C and D is the youngest? So basically we have to find that, can we find that who is the youngest one among these 4 persons A, B, C and D. And if we can find who is the youngest one, how can we find, right? So let us see, we haven't been given any kind of data in this data sufficiency question, right? So let us look at statement 1. C is younger than D. If C is younger than D, what does it mean? That D is elder than C. And okay, few people will express this data in this way. Okay, you are still doing correct. you are still solving it correctly, right? So basically D is elder than C. Obviously C is younger than D, but older than A and B. Okay, but older than. So what does it mean? That C is elder than A. C is elder than B. So do we know about anything between A and B? No, we don't know. We only know that D is greater than C and C is elder than A and C is also elder than B. So in one case A can be elder than B and in another case B can be elder than A. Okay, now look at statement 2. So wait, can you find the youngest one? No, you can't find the youngest one, right? In one case you will write this one, in another case you will write this one, right? So you are not able to find the youngest one by using a statement 1 alone. So you must be able to eliminate option 1, right? Okay, but I will suggest you that let us look at statement 2 and statement 3 initially, then we will be able to opt the correct answer quickly. D is the oldest. D is the oldest. Okay, tell me, if you know that D is the oldest, are you able to answer? D is the youngest. Okay, you are not able to answer. Now let us look at A is older than B. Okay, now you have got one interesting data that A is greater than B. Now tell me, if you combine statement 1 and statement 3, if you combine statement 1 and statement 3, we can answer the question. See, we know that from statement 1 D is elder than C, C is elder than A, C is elder than B. And if you look at statement 3, we know that A is elder than B, right? So basically you can write D is elder than C, C is elder than A and A is elder than B. We have combined statement 1 and statement 3. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is option 4. And suppose if you are not able to think that okay, let us combine S1 and S3. Look at all the options and check for each option. S1 and S2. Even if you combine S1 and S2, you will not be able to answer. Why? S1 gives you this data and S2 says you that D is the oldest. You already know that D is the oldest by looking at statement 1. So statement 2 is not helping you in any way. If you combine S2 and S3, can you answer who is the youngest one? No, you know that D is the oldest. Okay, D is the oldest and A is the older than B. Okay, we don't know is C at this place or is C at this place. Sorry. So you can't do anything by combining a statement 2 and 3, right? So you can even answer this question by checking each option separately. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is option 4. So what is the clue when we have to deal with the questions of data sufficiency? See, in this question there was not any kind of data given in the question, right? But if you look at the earlier questions of data sufficiency, there was few data given in the question. See, in this question there was an important data given in the question itself. So if you look at statement 1, you have to mix this data with the statement 1. If you look at statement 2, you have to mix this data with the statement 2. Then you should try to solve the question, right? If you look at the earlier question, see, in this question there was not a different data that was given in the question. So you could directly deal with S1, then S2, then you can combine both data. If you find that okay, we can't answer this question by using a statement 1 alone, by using a statement 2 alone. If you look at this data sufficiency question, see, in this data sufficiency question there was an interesting data given that n is between 10 and 20. So we initially dealt with this data that the possible values of n can be from 11 to 19, right? So hopefully all of you learned something new in today's lecture.